Hello, and finally, welcome back to AI Dungeon. It's been a long, long time. I think the last one of these came out in February. So it's been about 9 months, and since then, I've had multiple great or terrible ideas. It kind of depends on how you want to look at it. That I wanted to try out in this sort of format, but I never really had the time to do any of them. And so what I did is essentially I just wrote down prompts and saved them as just text files somewhere. Basically, anytime I had a weird dream or anything came up in conversation where I thought, oh, this could be interesting. And so I've got about 5 or 6 ideas, and we'll see how I've got the time. I'm currently quite far ahead with videos. It's currently going relatively well, so I've got enough time to do one or two maybe, and we'll see. Probably also depends a bit on how they turn out as well. But today we're starting off with one of my dreams, and probably I think two two of the ideas that I have come from dreams. This one is the less crazy one because I can clearly tell what it's inspired from. The other one is a bit weird, but we'll get to that probably because it is weird, but it's definitely something I want to explore a bit. Um, so the basic premise for this one, you can see it written down there already. Essentially, once you sign your child up for the school, let's just call it the school. Maybe the story will give it a name later. Um, you essentially lose all rights, or your child essentially loses all rights. The school has complete control over their life, essentially. Let's just hand wave away the fact that no one would ever do that in real life. No parent would sign their child up for it. Maybe there is some hidden benefit to it. Maybe once they graduate, children get $1 million, or the parents do, probably. Um, Maybe the story will tell us why people sign up for this school. The fact is, they do. Um, let's also ignore that the justice system probably wouldn't work. But anyway, yes, so once parents sign up their children for the school has no liability. They can do whatever they want with them. And what happens is that once the children turn 14, ask Dream Me why Dream Me came up with that specific number, but it is 14 now. They get assigned specific roles that they have to carry out for the rest of their school life. One of the interesting things about this story is I'm kind of interested to see what sort of roles the AI comes up with. Like, it could come up with anything really. Your role could be you have to vacuum the school every day, or your role could be you have to secretly murder 17 people. I don't know what the AI comes up with. That's why it's exciting. And then I started it just off for the AI with the story follows. And let's see what the AI tells me. Who does the story follow? The story follows one such child. Reasonable. You read the following summary. Your name is Oscar and you live in the town of Swallow, New York. Okay, so we're following the story of Oscar in Swallow, New York. Oscar's parents signed him up to this school when when he was a kid, and ever since then the school has had full control over his life. That's actually interesting because while I said in the intro the school would have full control over their lives. You can see it up there. I never specified that. I said the school can do whatever they want to the kids without liability. I never specifically said the school had full control over their lives, which I find quite strange, but sure. Oscar has always been a very obedient student, but in his free time he likes to read. Let's humanize him a bit before we destroy his psychological issues. Um, um, where do we go from here? Do we just in his early days, Oscar was having a lot of fun in school, but it all changed when he turned 14. The turning point has been a series of murders that have taken place in the surrounding community. Okay, so not the school rules, just the murders in the surrounding community. All right. Um. Well, let's go down that route then, shall we? One of the murders was his older sister, who had previously attended the school that still hasn't got a name. The murders are random and the victims are selected at random. Okay, so we know. Okay. We know the modus operandi. It has not been made clear whether the killer is a criminal or a vigilante. Hmm. Well, I think the killer quite clearly is a criminal. I don't think that is in question. Um. Oh, okay. I was very, very tempted there to just go anyway. But all right, let's engage with this a bit. The murders are random and the victims are selected at random. At least that's what you hear in the news. But every student in the school that is still not named knows the truth. I'm getting this back on course, I swear. The killer is the school, the staff, and this contract. Yes, that's what I wanted. The school grounds are not safe at night, and the police won't do anything about it. So when Oscar was turning 14, he feared what his contract or what his role was going to be. Was it going to involve him in any of these killing games? Will it? What about his friends? He used to have a group of friends that were always together, but now most of them are afraid of him. That's what happens with most friend groups in this school. I'm really, I don't know why this is such a minute point, but I really am looking forward to whether the school will get a name or not. As I think at this point it's about a 50-50. I'm actually leaning closer to it probably won't ever get a name. Or I'll give it one eventually. This group in the school. As soon as people turn 14, all rules are off the table, leading to distrust and friend groups breaking apart. Oscar's life is starting to become a living hell. The ending will involve you killing the spoilers, please. The ending will involve you killing the teacher. It's time to choose your role. I get to choose my role? That's not what I said. The school gets to choose my role. Let's edit that slightly. Actually, no, you know what? Let's redo that. It's a bit, what do I need to click? Retry, yeah. Oscar thinks to himself as he's sitting alone on the school bus one day. None of my friends are talking to me. They're all afraid of me. What he didn't yet know was that after he had been given his role by the school today, they were right to be afraid of him. They call this part of the school the recreational grounds. It's true, there is a lot of freedom here. Let's Maybe not go for that one. You continue reading. Am I just reading a book? Apparently. Oscar is scared, but he has a lot of courage. Okay. You know what? Give me another line. Please tap on the response you'd like to keep. Okay. Um. Okay. I mean, I've already gone in the direction of something happens today. So one day when Oscar's on his way home from school, not the best one, but this one, it's interesting. What will he do about the murders? The school offers a service that only this school is offering. After school, you can hire one of the teachers to do anything you want for a few hours. Um, anything? Let me just quickly do something. I need to close program in the background because it is what's causing the crackling in the microphone sometime. And now it should be there for the first 10 minutes, but I hope now it should be gone. If it was there at the start, I mean, ideal scenario, it wasn't. But yeah. All right. Oscar had only heard rumors about this. But it may prove useful in the future. Once he arrived at school, he was led by his class teacher into the principal's office where his role was revealed to him. School has a graduation gift for Oscar, but it is being held by the principal. The gift is a walkie-talkie. Retry me. Today he had been given the option to choose. No, we're not choosing. Come on, AI, you can do this. In the contract, it states that Oscar is required to assist the staff in the execution of their duties. Basically, is to play the role of the adult in any dispute. Almost. Almost. We're executing people. I should just put a U in there. Apparently. All right. That's fine. Where do we go? Apparently, the murders happening in the community were kids who had been executed by the school's faculty after not fulfilling their given roles. If you get on the wrong side of the teachers, they can and will kill you. Oscar's role was to assist in the killing, to make it seem to the outside world as if nothing much was happening at this school. No doubt Oscar is scared. The question is, what is he going to do about it? The problem Oscar had was that he didn't have much time thinking about it. Because the principal told him that his first execution was coming up at the end of the school day. Don't know why that sentence is in there twice. It was the day after. No, that's the end of the school day. I was very clear. I think this won't be Oscar's 50th. No, it's literally just been his 14th birthday. No. All right. Oscar follows the principal's instructions to the T. The victim is brought into the cafeteria and made to kneel on one of the tables. Oh, all right. Oscar's like in it to win it, I guess. Just do your job. Okay. The rest of the instructions were a bit less clear. They essentially boiled down to not right, get rid of them. Now, what will Oscar do? Oscar didn't really have a problem with this. Oh no, Oscar's a psychopath. All right. He's had this dream of killing people for as long as he could remember. It was bound to happen sooner or later. And would you believe it? The school had given him a free pass to live out his dreams. He went about his first job like this. Not quite. The start is not bad, but the end doesn't quite come together. You approach the victim and grab his head, twisting it around and snapping his neck. You pull the body up and do it again so that it looks like a perfectly executed execution. Do it again. So you snap his neck twice. All right. Okay. I don't know how that would make it a perfectly executed execution, but I guess he's dead after that. So sure. Um. Right. Oscar was loving it apparently. As the days went on, he kind of started what did he start? How to express this the best way? Kind of started being bored on days where there wasn't an execution happening. To alleviate his boredom, he started hanging out with his friends more often after school. Over time, Oscar's fear of the school staff diminished. He became less obedient and started to question authority more. Why should he just kill those the staff tells him to? Why not more? Why not many more? Not as if they're hurting anyone else. As long as you don't interfere with the staff's work, you should be fine. They will never find out who you are. For now. Soon the murders started piling up. People disappeared like flies. The saying is dropped like. Yeah, let's go with the normal saying, dropped like flies. Fear became the state. Well, became the standard emotion in everyday life. In where were we? Swallow, New York. Is there really a town called Swallow in New York? There probably is. And Oscar was right in the thick of it all. After a while, word got around that Oscar was the one doing all the killing, and he started to get a lot of attention. Word got around where exactly? Let's just assume the game means word got around his peers. Not in the police station, just among the other 14, 15 year olds. Hmm. But everyone who posed any threat to revealing his secrets disappeared soon after. Oscar himself even started to get nervous and stayed in closer touch with the school staff, even though the killings continued. It started with random killings of the more annoying students in the school. This line doesn't perfectly fit in, but I'll just leave it there. But Oscar got more bold. He started killing outside of school. But a few days before his 15th birthday, let's bring that back into it, he crossed a line. It was a cold, rainy Friday afternoon. Oscar had just finished his regular schoolwork. As he spotted the janitor in a corner of the school, he had never taken the life of a staff member, but he just couldn't resist temptation. It was the perfect opportunity, and he grabbed it. What happened next was a massacre. 4 people died that day. 7 were injured. Oscar hadn't known what some of the other roles given out to children were. Apparently, one of them, well, apparently, several of them were tasked with protecting the school's staff. As soon as he jumped at the opportunity to take out the janitor, they came out of the shadows. And the aforementioned massacre happened. That's not great writing, I know, but that's fine. Oscar. All right, let's see where this one goes. Oscar's friends were among the dead. The police were called in. They were able to track down the children who were hiding in the school, but Oscar wasn't among them. He fled the community. Okay. He just fled the All right. I have an idea for Oscar, but for now, we'll just move Oscar to the side. We might get back to Oscar later. Out of the children hiding in the school, two in particular stood out. Two who might have been able to help Oscar in his future endeavors. One was a boy by the name of Kyle, the other was a girl by the name of Sarah. Kyle's role was I might have to re-roll a bit here. Not yet known to Oscar. As far as he knew, his role was to go to the forest and fetch firewood for the school. He never showed up to do so. So what happened there was Kyle told everyone that that was his role, but he was lying. Oscar figured out that Kyle was lying, but he never could quite realize what his true role was. I should write that down rather than just saying it. Oscar figured out that when Kyle told everyone his role, that Kyle was lying when he told everyone his role. But he never did manage to figure out his true role. That was. Come on, game. Got another chance. That was to be killed. Oh, that. You know what? I didn't think of that. I really like that. That's a cool plot point. All right. Sarah's role was to deliver water to the school, and she also never showed up for that either. Oscar eventually figured out that both of them had had a hand in the massacre. Yeah, so Sarah's fake role was delivering water to the school. I don't know why. Are we living in the 1700s? Deliver water to the school. I mean, Oscar probably figured out quite quickly that no, her role is probably not delivering water to the school. But okay, sure. All right. I think we should explore the characters of Kyle and Sarah a bit more. Oscar's gone here at this point. He fled the community. Kyle's role in the massacre was to distract the police while the other children that were hiding escaped out of the back exit. Sarah's role, as far as Oscar could tell, was to drive the getaway car. These are 14-year-old kids. Well, maybe Oscar and maybe Sarah and Kyle are a bit older. Sarah's 17. And she's got her practice license and she can drive a car. All right. So essentially, what we're getting at here is a bit of background information. The school does all of these things, but the police don't necessarily know. So when things like this happen, the police need to be deceived. And it's also in the children's own best interest to manage to deceive the police, because otherwise they may fail their roles and will fail to live to see the day that they have to face the consequences for that. All right. Something went wrong though. And they were both captured. Once questioned by the police about the ongoings in the school, they I you're doing pretty good. They started to reveal all. Oscar was shocked by what he heard. That afternoon, he went to his mother and told her what he had heard. What do you mean? No. Try again. They both gave conflicting statements. That was enough for the police to detain the pair of them. They would both be tried as adults and would likely be sentenced to life imprisonment. Okay. That still makes some sort of sense. Kyle's 18. Let's go with that. Alright, but where does the story go from here? Do we just abandon Kyle and Sarah? I mean, we don't really know Sarah's role anyway, but Kyle's role was interesting. No, we don't just abandon them. Let's start the heist movie. They were being held in New York State prison. Is there a New York State prison? I would assume so. And despite some of the questionable morals of the school, they do tend to look out for those who follow the rules. As such, a few days later, a rescue party arrived from the school at the prison. Sure. Have fun, AI. They managed to get the two children out, but they had been badly beaten, and the male prisoner was so badly injured he couldn't walk. His name is Kyle. At the hospital, both of the children were examined. The school hospital, of course. The school has its own hospital, not a public hospital. Kyle had several broken bones. And was not far away from having completed his role. But but Sarah was mostly fine. I don't know. Aside from a few bruises. In fact, she was so young by the time of her examination that the doctor could not determine whether or not she was a victim or a participant in the school massacre. What does that have to do with her age? You're only 17. So are you a victim or a participant? I can't tell. If you were 18, I could tell, but all right, sure, we'll run with it. Hmm. Weeks passed, and Kyle and Sarah were discharged into regular school life again. One afternoon, they both met in the school warehouse to discuss their further plans. So you want to be a murderer now? Kyle asked. I'm not planning on murdering anyone, she said. All right. That's a shame. Because I could use a trusted person to murder me when I say so, was Kyle's reply. I would never do that. I know, but you're still going to be my killer and my friend, no matter what. I guess I have no choice. Sarah relented. If it's what Kyle wanted, and she would kill him when it came down to it. Until that day, though, she swore to never take the life of another human being. Okay. Go on. And that was how it went. The pair of them, best friends, would eventually work together to kill. That's not what. Oh, okay. Let's try that again. No. Ah, that could actually have worked. Can I restore it? No, I don't want to restore that. Give me a different one then. That could maybe have worked. They can be the silent killers with only Kyle doing the killing. I realized that too late. Alright, sure, that works, I guess. That night, the pair of them went to their respective houses. Kyle had a party to go to. Sarah went to her room, where she kept to herself. Next morning, Sarah wasn't at school. It was an overcast and rather cool morning. There was a slight drizzle. As Kyle was sitting in his classroom, listening to the rain outside, he started to wonder where Sarah was. Oops, not who was. The eye doesn't mind. He looked around the empty classroom and then outside, but he could not see her. He walked over to the office door and opened it. He heard a voice from the other side. Well, considering you already opened it, I don't know if it really is the other side anymore, but okay. Go on. Hello? Uh, hello, is someone there? Yes, I'm here. I can't see you. Come into the light. And I thought you said you were here. It's actually a good line. I'm here. Come into the light. Hmm? Go on, just continue. I'm intrigued. Where are you taking this? Let's just leave it. I am, but I can't see you unless you walk into the light. Oh, good comeback. So, are you going to walk into the light or not? I'm coming in. All right, I am actually intrigued. Go on. Where are you taking this? Where are we going? What? Oh, good. I was getting worried. Oscar wandered into the room. Who's there? You know what? This is all really difficult. if you if none of these say who is what. Um. You know what? Okay, that was not the plan I had for Oscar, but that's fine. Right now, the room had three people. I'm just gonna summarize for the eye and for myself. Right now, the room had three people: Kyle, now standing in the light; the mysterious voice coming from the other side of the room; complete. I shouldn't use parentheses. Completely shrouded in darkness; and Oscar, who just came in through a side door. Who's this? Oh, this is Oscar. He's just a friend. Oh, I see. Well, you two should get together. Will wonders never cease? What? What do you mean? Will wonders never cease? Um, and what do you mean? Well, you two should get together. Let's just edit that one out. The rest is fine. I like this. Go on. Oh, hi, Oscar. Hi. We were just talking about you. No, you weren't really. Let's no. Let's retry that. This can get better. What? Um, kind of funny, but doesn't really fit into the story at all. Let's throw that one out. Hmm. All right. Okay. So this does make sense, but you have to assign who's saying what now a bit more. Um. So I'm just gonna add that. Oh, I was hoping that we could have a little chat. Oscar said. Okay. Replied Kyle. Uh. All right. This should work. All right. What did the distant voice say? Hmm. Try once more. So you want to talk? Yeah, I was wondering if we could. Why? Well, because we're both in prison. Just forget about Kyle. Kyle is standing there in the background. Well, not in the background, actually, in the light, and is being completely ignored. Um, what do you mean? We're not in prison. We're at the school. Will the next sentence be what I want it to be? Let's just. I'm not even going to read it out loud. No. What? Yeah, the last one there was right. What are you talking about? Let me read the three last sentences to you. What do you mean? We're not in prison, we're at the school. No, I mean, we're both in prison. I'm in prison, and you're in prison. Oh, yeah, you said that. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm in prison. What do you mean? Uh, let's retry one more. Hmm. I love it. Yeah, but the police have been questioning us and the other kids who were killed, and we both gave them different stories. Oh, I remember that. Did you two kill anyone? No, we didn't. I wonder who is. All right. Let me. Okay. I know who's saying what. The difficult part here is figuring out who's saying what, not if the story makes any sense, because we're well beyond that anyway. Um, in stories. Uh, hmm. Well, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. The. What do you mean we're not in prison? We're at the school. Hmm. No, it does. It doesn't really make much sense now, does it? Hmm. You know what? Just Give me a few more sentences. Maybe I can make some sense of it. Did you two kill anyone? No, we didn't. Was anyone else killed? Ah, a lady named Holly. Yeah, oh, yeah, I remember her. Tough lady. Police were questioning her when we got here. The dead body. As same as with the other kids. Police like to question dead bodies in this world. You know what? I can think of reasonings. They use psychics, they use mediums to question the dead bodies. Somehow they just don't really get any good answers. Well, it's a different matter. Go on. What about Holly? No, I mean, did we kill her? No. Then why is she dead? I have no idea. Do you think it was because of us? Was it? Was it because of us? Could have been. Do you think it was? No. Then why did you hide while they were questioning us? I wasn't hiding. I was waiting. All right, Oscar. All right. What were you waiting for, Oscar? For you to leave. Why would I leave? So I could kill you. What? Yeah, you heard me. I want to kill you. You know what? This is the first conversation or part of a conversation in about the last 5 minutes that makes complete sense with everything we know about this story. Good job, AI. Why? Please say because it's my role. Oh, fair enough. That works. I don't know. I've wanted to kill you for a long time now. Oscar laughed. I'm serious, said Carl. So am I, said Oscar. As soon as the words left his lips, Oscar pulled out a knife and lunged at him. He was just barely able to dodge the knife attack. Oscar jumped back onto the desk, keeping his grip on the knife. Go on. How does it end? What now? Now we both killed the other one. Oscar grinned and lunged at Carl again. This is getting exciting. As Carl tried to dodge again, he ended up tripping over a chair and falling to the ground. Oscar ran up and placed the knife to Carl's throat. Who's the killer now? It's still you. Still Oscar. Yeah, well, I haven't killed anyone today. You will now. Oscar shoved the knife into Carl's throat and the blood sprayed out into the floor. No! Okay, this is the mysterious third person who's still in the room witnessing this exchange. Um. Alright, it was Sarah all along. I was the one who was supposed to kill him, shouted Sarah. Rushing into. No, no. What? With a gun drawn? Let's retry that. Some parts of that weren't actually bad, but they just didn't make much sense. Oscar turned around and shoved the knife into her stomach. Was all he could utter. All right, they're both dead. Fine. I mean, I guess Kyle managed to fulfill his role. I wonder what Sarah's role was. I think we can find out. I have weird thoughts about how you could find out. Um, Thoughts like when they get their roles, they have like they're made to swallow some kind of metal ball that has a message in it that says their role, and it doesn't like it just attaches itself to their stomach, and the only way you can find out is by cutting it out of their stomach. Um, I think we're just not gonna do that. Um, hmm. Oscar went to work cleaning up his mess, as he had done so many other times in the past, as he heard a noise. It was the police. They had heard there were no gunshots. God damn it. No gun was drawn. He heard a noise behind him. He turned around to find the shadowy figure from the night before standing behind him. Ooh, a shadowy figure from the night before. Alright, we don't know about the night before. That's just Oscar who knows about that. What do you want? To talk? We're not supposed to talk to each other. Go on. Give me another line here. Yeah, but we can do whatever we want. Not if we're caught. You're not going to let's go with that. And give me another line. Oh, right. Which one of us is going to tell on the other one if we get caught? I haven't decided yet. I guess we're agreed on that then. Um, right. Um, go on. Agreed on what? In the game's like, what were we talking about? Agreed that it's best not to tell on each other. Yeah, I agree. So, seriously, why are you here? Please tell me. You're the only other person I can trust. The only other person besides. Who? Let's ignore it for now. So you trust me, but you can't trust your other friends. Friends? Yeah, friends. I have a lot of friends. More than you could ever have. They'd be more loyal to me than you. Alright. Stop bragging. Okay. You don't have many friends, Oscar. You killed most of them. So why are you here? I want to know why you're here. To kill the others. What? Are you on a killing spree? No. I'm just fulfilling my role. As in, you're a serial killer? Yeah, something like that. Gee, thanks. Don't be a jerk. How come you can talk to me then? Yeah, how come you can talk to him, Oscar? Why don't you just lunge at him and kill him? Because I can trust you. Can I trust you? Yeah, I trust you. Good. So you ready to finish this? Is he ready to finish this? As ready as I'll ever be. The two killers grabbed their knives and rushed at each other once again. Let me think about it. Does it make sense? Kind of. You know what? In a way, yes, I can imagine a reasoning where this would make sense. So we go in further. Nope. Kyle's already long dead. Try again. There was no more talking. All right, probably a good thing. No more trust, no more anything. They went their separate ways as they had before. Oscar went into another class waiting for the others to leave. Uh, you know what? I like it until here. And the rest can go again, please. The two killers dove and lunged at each other with their knives. The fight was vicious and long. No, not Kyle. Became apparent that the shadowy figure, not Kyle, Kyle's dead, still dead, laying there on the ground because Oscar was interrupted getting rid of him. Oscar was clearly tiring, but he still had a long way to go before he was out of stamina. Stamina was something the long, shadowy figure. Why is it long now? The shadowy figure had long run out of. I guess? The figure threw a knife at Oscar's head, but it was deflected. The figure attempted to reach for his knife, but his hand was slapped away and he was shoved to the floor. Oscar was now on top of him, ready to strike. The finishing blow. No fair, no fair, cried the figure as Oscar put the finishing touch on his head. The pair of killers stared at each other in shock. What's going on? What is going on? It's Jessica as she appeared in the doorway. They were fighting, said Kyle, who was already dead. No, they weren't, said Denny as she said, what? Okay, try again. You're not killing each other, said Oak Wardner. Why not? Trust. All right. I kind of half even liked that one. But no, Kyle, you're dead. Stop appearing in the story. No. Don't how do I was it pin? What should the I remember? Kyle and Sarah are dead. Please remember. AI. Thank you very much. We try. No. Apparently the AI is unperturbed by the fact that Kyle and Sarah are dead. Alright. Just try it one more time. The AI really wants Kyle to ask what's going on. Right, that almost makes sense. Is was there ever any confirmation that Kyle is dead? Hmm. Yeah, to be honest, nothing says Kyle was dead. Kyle was blood gushing out of him. Kyle was still semi-conscious and asked, "What's going on?" Ask Kyle, who had watched semi-consciously as blood was pouring out of him. Pouring out of him as the pair of killers engaged in a deadly battle. We're not supposed to tell anyone about each other, said Oscar. No, Sarah, you're dead too. It really doesn't like remembering things now, does it? AI? Sarah is dead. Please remember. Yeah, well, we're not really friends, are we? Said the figure on the ground. So I don't think I'll go as far as to kill you now, will I? All right, that is somewhat reasonable in this world. What's your name? Asked Oscar. I don't think I've ever seen you around here before. Yeah, what is your name? The name was hardly surprising. Most of the killers who used the warehouse as a base of operations were from the city's suburbs. What? And all of the people from the city's suburbs. Cities, suburbs had the same name. Why not? Kevin. Sure. I, I don't know why I find this so funny, but you can call me Kevin, said Kevin, is incredibly hilarious to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll go wash up. Oscar and Kevin exited the warehouse together. All right, I mean, we were in a we were in a room in the school somewhere, weren't we? Where were we exactly? Um, the office door. We were in an office. So let's just adjust that slightly. Exited the office together. Hmm. We've gone for about an hour. I think it's about time to wrap this up somehow. I just don't really know how. Um, I have an idea, but it's a dumb idea. Um, hmm. You know what? Sure, I'll go for it. You said, "What a dumb book," you said, as you put it down and continued on your commute to work. The end. Thank you for reading my story. Feel free to try again. There are many paths to the story. If you'd like to try again, you can do so in two ways. Pay me money. Two, like the video and subscribe. Hmm? Hmm? You can also help the channel by clicking on the green ads, not the red ones. Careful, the red ones are evil and make you sign into a contract with the school. And then you'll be made to kill people too. It helps cover production costs so I can continue to bring you more great stories. Thank you for your support. All right, we'll leave it there. Um, this was certainly a story. I kind of like the way of ending it. Just like you're essentially on a commute. That's the whole premise of the story. You're at a commute to work, and you read a book, and that's just the premise of the book. And then once you came to this point, you're like, really? All of the people in the city suburb have the same name, and it's Kevin of all names? What a dumb book. And you put the book down and you commute the rest of your way back to work. Honestly, I'm not too unhappy with the ending. There's some parts in the middle there. I mean, this long conversation, the office scene was um, bit weird. But honestly, it kind of went in an okay direction for most of it until the shadowy figure came in, and then it went a bit off the rails again. Um, I don't really think I got what I wanted out of the premise because I still do quite like the premise, but maybe it wasn't incredibly well suited to this because I actually thought it would be because I thought, you can just go. okay, there's this class, and this class has these students, and these students have these roles. And there's a lot of stuff where you literally say, okay, this class has person, and then the AI comes up with the name of the person, and this person has role, and then the name comes, the AI comes up with the role. That could have been fun, but the AI literally started like the second, literally started up here with the turning point has been a series of murders, and then I was like, all right, let's see where this one goes. But if you want to, please, if you've listened all this way to the end here, please do tell me. If you want to, I can do a story again that has the same premise. Maybe it's a few years after this, maybe it's a few years before, maybe there will be some references to this, where I literally do just that. Where I just go, okay, this class has 13 students. These students' names are, and then these students' roles are, and then we just go through with that. Because I think that could be quite fun as well. Yeah, so let me know if you'd like to read something like that. Either way, if you've listened all this way to here, I thank you for staying with me this long. I hope you enjoyed this kind of ridiculous story, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.